Welcome to the Learning React.js playlist, where I combine 30 days of React.js challenge with other valuable content. In today's video, we will learn routing hooks together. useBeforeUnload. This hook is just a helper around onBeforeUnload function from JavaScript. It can be useful to save the application state to local storage, for example, before users will refresh or close the page. Let's take a look at our example. What if we want to save the last value of our enter to local storage, to have this value even after refreshing the page? First, we need to import useBeforeUnload hook from useRouteLoaderData. So let's do it. The next step is to add our hook to component and save our enter to local storage. So let's add it. Our hook receives useOutletContext, which is from React library. As a dependency, we need to pass enter to have updated value inside our hook. As the last step and last line is local storage.enter is equal enter. Now when we refresh the page, we receive previous value. So now we are able to proceed in incrementing our age. useNavigate hook gives you a special function. This function helps you move around your app without clicking on things. In our situation, when we make our age reach 5, we want to send users to a different page automatically. For example, on my main info page. So let's import our useNavigate hook from useRouteLoaderData. Let's do it. useNavigate hook returns a function that lets us navigate automatically. Let's create navigate function to use it. Then we need to add use effect with two dependencies, counter to understand when age is 5 and navigate function. So let's add if statement to check if counter is 5. If it's 5, we use navigate function with me string. Me, it's one of our pages. We also can change me on another one, and we will send user to another page. Let's check it. And it works. That's everything for this hook. useParams hook helps you get information from the current URL. For instance, we have two links with John's and Jane's profiles. When we click on any of them, we want to show their name. To start, you make a special path that have details you want. Now we have a path like user/username, where username is a special part. Now you can see username in the URL. The next step is to import useParams from useRouteLoaderData. So let's edit, import useParams from useRouteLoaderData. The next step is to replace empty string with useParams hook. This params hook returns username, which we wrote before. Now we can take the username and show it on the page. If we decide to change username to another string, for example name, we need to change this variable also in our component. That's all for this hook. Let's move on to another one. If you want to share state with child root, you can use useOutletContext. For instance, we have myInfo and subprofile components, where subprofile component has initial value for my age. We can pass this value from the parent page to subprofile. The first step is to pass some context to your child using outlet component and context property. Let's pass count equal to 10 to child component. Now we can open our child component. As we can see, it's subprofile. So the next step is to import useOutletContext from useRouteLoaderData. Let's do it. While I'm trying to import it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The next step is to use count from the context, which we pass from the parent page. Everything what we need is to create new const, and we need to import count from useOutletContext hook. So let's write it, useOutletContext. Let's add this initial value to useState. So now when we pass count from parent page, we can set initial value. So now initial age is 10. It's just one of examples. Let me know in the comments if you need more examples of sharing logic with child components without pain. Another approach to share data between child components is useRouteLoaderData. Let's start from the problem. We have a list of ads, and when we click on any of them, we change URL. Also, we want to show ads info using data which we receive in the loader. The first step is to add ID property with some value. In our case, let it be just root. Let's open our child component, and then we need to import useRouteLoaderData from this component, where we need to have this data and pass ID value which we created before. Now on this data is all data which we received from the parent component. Add ID we received from the params. Once add is the current object where add ID is equal to add ID from the params. Now when we click on any image, we can show name and description of this add, just using useParams and useRouteLoaderData. That's all for today's video. Don't forget to leave your feedback under the video. Bye.